Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hope you're having a good morning. Trying to move my hair out of my face, but I cut it, so don't need to do that. I'm just getting self-loading cargo restarted because I switched the time here. Flight actually takes off at 9 in the morning, and I think I had it live time or whatever time it randomly had it set to. I just gotta get that fixed. There we go. And go away. See if I get my paperwork right. Yep, I chickened out on VATSIM. No, I didn't chicken out. I just didn't have anything planned specifically. And probably could have been some good flights. Hangzhou was flying open. Lots of stuff going on in Hangzhou. Shanghai's got an event. Let's see what else is going on. Frankfurt and Central Europe is Germany's hopping like usual. I kind of want to do an offline VATSIM in those areas first. Get my feet more wet. It's been a while since I've done a VATSIM outside the U.S. The last couple I've done are in the U.S. and so it's a little bit different because you're not dealing with that accent and all that. I think at this moment, I'm trying to figure out how. Okay, we're just in that area, we're close to it. I am on VATSIM right now. There is some coverage. There is a center nearby, but not over where we're at right now. So he might come on. Looks like Tomachevko Airport is up again. I don't know what's going on with Tomachevko, but again, if you guys are looking at VATSIM. There's a lot going over on it. There are a couple places in Japan that are hopping. Shanghai, Hangzhou. Looks like, I think Hong Kong. Or they were doing so. Maybe that event's kind of grinding down. There was Hong Kong and Jakarta were having an event one way. Yeah, a little bit going on in Europe. I kind of wanted to do that, but I'm just not set up for it. I kind of need to plan what flight I want to do, make sure I got everything written down, ready to go. Same with flying. I almost pulled the trigger on going Hangzhou to like Chubu Century Air International Airport in Japan. Almost pulled the trigger on that, but again, I don't have everything set up, and I haven't tested out Hangzhou Airport to make sure it actually works, because that's one of those ones that you never know. All right, start flight on that. Okay, we're in the PMDG. This is World Tour Flight 302. Let me make sure I've got everything. I feel like I do, but for some reason. Okay, that's going. And that is going. Yeah, making sure. All right, you can go be down there. Golden Dark required. Put the brakes. Alright, battery covered. Good ground power on. Alright, I'm just going to go in here, double check a few things. Usually I try to do this before we start streaming, but sometimes I just don't get around to it. We're going to do one class today, single class. That looks good there. Displays, just want to make sure we're in kilos here. Just because that's where my sim brief is in. I don't know why it'd be in pounds in this plane anyway. World Tour aircraft, interesting. I guess that's interesting that it comes out like that, because that's my sim brief, what I called it, but not, yeah, that's weird. I haven't pulled anything in from sim brief. The registration I gave it on sim brief, but yeah, I don't know. we got? Okay. So, fuel. That's what I want to do. Payload. We got to do this first. Make sure we have all this set for GSX. What the? There we go. Let's see. We got 164 passengers. We don't have to do any math because they're all in economy. Forward cargo. We'll do 17, 19, and then 2,000 in the aft. Alright, that's set. Fuel, cut it down. That way we can get a little bit of fueling going on with the ground service. Which needs, we'll go 11,000. We'll just go around 11,000. Alright, so you can see we have a little bit of a issue with this airport. Unfortunately, the gates are all pretty separate from where the terminal is. I don't know why that is. So if anyone wants to do a freeware version, heck, if you want to do a payware version, but a freeware version definitely of upgrading this airport, it hasn't gotten any love. A lot of these Central Asian airports, Middle Asia, well, Central Asia, haven't really gotten any love. And they could use it. Alright. No, it hasn't. Talking about. Alright, let's do our tests. Our in-up. Alright, fuel pump. APU. I wonder if in real life they probably have to wait on this until they're actually fueled. I would guess. That'd be my guess. Alright, let's see what we got for our current altitude. We'll put 700 in. We're going to be cruising 350. I'm kind of doing things a little out of order just because I saw it. Emergency lights are covered. APU is coming up. I'm going to actually turn these on. They're not going to really do much. Window heat. Waiting for those APU gens to come. Our way down that. Let's go up here and test the voice recorder. Mock airspeed warning test. All warning tests. Oh, they both work today. I'll test the lights here. Align. Test the flaps. It's good. We don't need a dome light or anything right now. Back down. APU's ready to go. APU bleed. Could hear that kick in. Okay, don't worry. Alright, request boarding. Russ Arrow here. Or... I see Russ Arrow. I think it... That was helpful. What happened? Alright, GSX crashed as soon as I started it, so let's try it again. The add-on is causing it to crash. Okay, so I guess we're not doing GSX here. It's no problem. Turn that off. So let's see how we're going to do this. Open that door. We'll open the cargo doors. Okay, so they're loading. I don't know how to get the doors open. How do I open the doors? Cabin crew, open the doors. There we go. Oh, okay. That's me controlling this. Okay, that's how I do it. Alright, I got it. Why is the GSX boarding starting? We're not going to be able to board shuffling cargo because GSX isn't working. Hey, Matei. Haven't seen you in a while. I was looking at been recently looking at what do you call it, flight requests, and yeah, yours is right there. What, Sydney to Incheon? So that's gonna come up eventually, pretty soon here. Omega. Why does it say GSX boarding started? Just board. How do I? See? Always something. Self-loading cargo. Always something with self-loading cargo. GSX. GSX doesn't want to work here at this airport for some reason right now. It is incredibly frustrating. You can get this far and then it crashes. Like, it even loads in everything and then it crashes. Unknown. How do I... Alright, let's try to restart that. Well, that's restarting. Always. Sometimes these third-party and then when they start integrating with each other, and then if one of them doesn't work, and then you try to disintegrate them. Disintegrate. That is how you actually say it. Alright. Wait for me to not have it connect to GSX. Let me shut off GSX that way. Doesn't even try to. All behind the scenes right now. Alright. I can actually skip boarding and loading. Do that. Right, I'm just gonna skip boarding and loading for self-loading cargo, so we're not gonna hear any of that going on. Just because we're not gonna be able to see it, GSX isn't working. Doesn't matter. Alright, so air rack, current air rack, we're good there. Position, reference airport, uniform, Tango, Alpha Alpha. We're at gate, I don't know, I don't care, because the gates are frankly a mess here. Nav, and it's probably not in the database. Like, none of the gates for any of these airports seem to be in the database. You just gotta copy stuff down. Whoops, we already did that. Already copied it down. To be honest, I haven't called them yet. I am dragging my feet. I'm really thinking deep, like, do I want to do this? I have an offer from my boss for a promotion, which I think I'm going to say, yeah, I'm up for it. We'll see how that, because I don't know what the time frame for that is anyway. And then but I do need to give him a call because, like I've said, there was kind of rumblings that they're actually looking for a lot of people to have their private pilot's license. So maybe my amended plan, if I call them and they say that, well then I can take this promotion. They'll give me, the promotion is going to give me more time, because it's more of a salary job. I don't have to work 12-hour days, 5 days a week to make what I need to make. And so I'll have a little bit extra time. I'll have weekends, and so that I could go get my private pilot's license while working. So, but I am dragging my feet on it, so that's what's going on there. I'm dragging my feet. Hopefully not going to chicken out, but I am definitely dragging my feet, so yeah. That's what's going on with that. Let's see, activate? Oh, there, flight plan request. Dragging my feet. It's too quiet, isn't it? Because we got no music playing because we don't have them loading and all that stuff. So let's get some music playing. Get a little music, get a little ambiance. Alright, out route, uplink, ready. Let's load it in. Takes a while. Alright, let's put our flight number in. We are Turkmenistan 717. But like I said, I'm trying to do some more VATSIM. I am on VATSIM right now. There's nothing really. We got a little bit of center coverage around us, not over us right now. But yeah, did a few flights the last couple days on VATSIM in the US. Really enjoyed it. Getting a little bit more confident. Listening's getting a little bit better. But we'll see how that goes. Right now, using
Ashgabat ground, Turkmenistan 717, gate 6. Request clearance to Almaty with
using
information
FS
about
ATC.
Turkmenistan 717, clear to Almaty, Bravo Bravo Uniform Romeo 11 Delta, departure, runway 11 left, initial climb, flight level 210, then as filed, squawk, 6551. Cleared to Almaty via Bravo Uniform Romeo 11 Delta, departure, runway 11 left, initial climb, flight level 210, then as filed, squawk, 6551, Turkmenistan 717.
I actually practiced with FS ATC because they talk faster and they got more radio static messy noise.
Turkmenistan 717.
Alright, got the runway. Let's check out the route. Double check to make sure it's all what we want. So Berat, Bravo 114, Pogon, November 143, Atkim, Bravo 114, Ogli, November 143, Tar. I feel like we've done this route. Or at least we went to Tar before. Zulu 817, Tipsa, and then direct to our final. Go here, departure, arrival, departure, runway 11 left. They did give us what we requested, right? Burr 11 Delta. Execute. JW, hey, welcome in. Good morning to you. Hey Martin, first time to your stream and loving it. Came here. I'm just watching your New Caledonia to Wallace and Fortuna. How long? What a flight number was that? That's got to be a while ago at this point. Yeah, I'm live. I'm pretty much planning on being live here. So tomorrow, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then I'll be back at work. And so then we're going to go back to the work schedule, which is when I have a day off. And so once I figure out my schedule, I'll try to post that up in the Discord. Go over there, join the Discord. Link is in the description below. And there is a schedule page where I'll put the schedule. There's an announcements page where it'll let you know I'm live, or I'll let you know things. I think right now it'll let you know I'm live on Twitch. On the general text page. I think I'll move that to announcements just so it's all clean. But yeah, I don't know what vibes I'm putting off, but glad to have you here and glad to have you in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like. If you're on Twitch, I do stream on Twitch as well. I'm streaming to both. There are sometimes I will just stream to Twitch, not terribly often right now, but eventually I do want to get, do some Twitch exclusive streams at times, but most of the time I stream to both, so pick your platform. Pick your platform for now. Alright, what are we doing? I keep getting You guys are distracting me. Alright, so we got the route in there. That's good. So init ref, 0 fuel weight, everything's on board. We can go over here. Look at our fuel. Just under 11,000. We're burning it with the AP right now. Bring up that sim brief again. Reserves 4.4. Cost index of 20. And we're going to be cruising at flight level 350. Cruise wind 288 at 59 degrees. All punched in. Transition altitude is not 18,000 for sure. 12,000. That's where we go to standard pressure from our local ground pressure. Execute that. Nothing on that page. N1 limit. Head over to the panel here on the PMDG that they finally got. Probably a month ago now, but seems like yesterday. Port that. Runway 11 left. Condition is dry today. Seems like every time I'm on a VAT sim, it's raining, but I guess it's raining everywhere right now in the US, so that's why it's always raining. Let's see, takeoff flaps, optimum. Don't need the shouldn't need the anti-ice, yeah. Alright, put that away. You barely see both of them. I can barely see both of them. Flaps 5. No, we want this one. Select the temperature. And 49. Put that right there. Rating TO. Go to takeoff page. Flaps 5. Go to the next page. Wind 110, 6 knots. Slope. Negligible. Go back. Put our speeds in. 146, 147, 151. Pretty close. I'm not sure why that's a little bit different, but that's okay. Alright, we'll go right up here. 151. We want to put in our V2 plus 10. 161. Heading for the runway. It's pretty close, but definitely not that. 114 degrees. And we were cleared to flight level 210. Seems like we're always being cleared to flight level 210 out here in the middle of Asia. What's the selection process for routes, picking fascinating places to fly between lately? Well, this is a world tour, so basically what I do, I can't remember where I started. I started pretty random I restarted my world tour pretty random. I originally started an X-plane in New Zealand, and the concept is I'm flying from real life routes as much as possible, from point A to point B, then to point C, then to point D, all the way through, flying into every country / territory in the world. So this flight, we're flying from Turkmenistan to Kazakhstan. This is a real-life flight between Ashgabat and Almaty. Last flight, we flew from Urumqi, China, over here to Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. So sometimes the flights will take us, we're not always going to a new country because I have to reroute our plane to get to real-life flights. And so coming up here, we're going to fly. Next flight, we're flying from Almaty, Kazakhstan, over to Kyrgyzstan. And then from Kyrgyzstan, I think we're flying down to Kuwait. Where now we've been to Kuwait. We were in Kuwait a couple of years ago here on this world tour. But we're returning there because we're going to set up, I think from Kuwait, then we're going to fly to Damascus, Syria. So there's no direct flights between Kyrgyzstan and Damascus, so we had to fly somewhere else. And so that's what it is. So every flight is me working my way, trying to get to every country, get a flight into every country in the world, and not skipping around. We're going like point to point to point. We're getting almost to the end here. I think we got 6 more flights, I think. and we're gonna end up in Gaza Strip in Palestine. Just ends up where we last place we have to check off the list. I might keep it going in the future, here and there, but I am looking forward to kind of loosening it up and doing some other routes and just picking random flights a little bit more. The backtracking, I'm sure there is a way if I really sat down and spent probably days planning it out. There have been places where I'm like, oh, if I had planned this out better, I wouldn't have backtracked and wasted time there, but sometimes it's just inevitable because there are some countries that are just dead ends where you'll fly from, especially in the islands out there in the Pacific, it's like you'll fly from, X and you'll get to Y, and Y doesn't go anywhere else except for X. There's only flights between X and Y for Y, right? And so sometimes you just inevitably you fly somewhere and then fly back. Like Tuvalu was like that. So we flew into Fiji, and I will even literally go from one city to another if there's no flights. So we flew into Fiji, we fly into Nadi. But then I flew from Nadi over to Suva, then Suva up to Tuvalu, then Tuvalu back to Suva, Suva back to Fiji, or to Nadi. So I was like, I think 5 flights there, or 4 flights there, just in Fiji, Tuvalu, to knock off one country. Because we'd already been to Fiji before, too. So it's not perfect, but I think it produces interesting flights and locations, in my mind. Always has. I've enjoyed it, and it's nice going back to places you've been before, too. I don't mind going back to Kuwait because decent, nice freeware airport there. And it's also nice to go. Sometimes it's nice to get back to some places because there is a scenery upgrade, or now there's an airport available for it, or whatever. Yeah, well, the thing it does is it gives me a set flight. I know, okay, this is my next flight. If I sit here and look before the stream, where do I want to fly? Where do I want to fly? I'm never going to pick a flight. It takes me forever. Whereas this, I know, okay, boom, 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 I've scheduled it out. Okay, make sure I got the scenery, make sure I got the liveries, all that stuff. So I'm a little nervous for when we end this, and I'm kind of on my own. Alright, so we got our data in. Let's get going on that, otherwise we are ready to go. So let's actually get in the air because this is a decent length flight. I think 2.5 hours, maybe. Alright, Kinda having a brain freeze here. Pressurization is set. Yep. Alright, yaw damper. Window heat. Get those going. Fuel pumps. Ignition switch left since we're at a base. Auto brakes RTO. I'm not doing every little tiny little thing because usually a first officer would handle a lot of this. It's just a lot of checks and not 1,000. I mean, these planes in Microsoft Flight Simulator, they're always reset. It's not like someone else has been flying it, broke a knob or something, unless you got, progressive damage or something, which I don't think the PMDG has. Or it does, but not like your radio's gonna be all messed up or something. Radios are on, this is all good. We got our transponder going. Pins are stowed. Gravity gear extension door is closed. All that good stuff. Let's get going here. Well, pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. That's right here. They're all covered. These are normal. These are auto. Window heat on. Pressurization mode selector auto. I always lose where I am on the checklist. Flight instruments. Heading. 1, 2, 3, altimeter 1024 checked. Parking brake set. Engine start levers cut off. Checklist complete. Alright, let's make sure our doors are closed. I did open them, and we don't have GSX to close them. So close the front door, close cargo bays. Hey, before start checklist, flight deck door closed and locked. Okay, well now self-loading cargo's got its music going, so we'll turn that off. Alright. Any more? No? Okay, flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel 11,000 kilos. Pumps on. Passenger signs on. Windows locked. MCP V2 162. Heading 114. Altitude 21,000. Flight level 210. Takeoff speeds V1 146. VR 147. B2 152, CDU pre-flight completed. Rudder and aileron trim free and 0. Right there. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Well, I didn't really do a briefing, but we'll take a look at the chart so we know where we're going. We're taking off runway at 11 left. We're right here. We're gonna push back to the right. Taxi out on. Guess this is going to be Alpha 3, over to Alpha, down to Alpha 6. It's not a real takeoff briefing. They go through all the, like, if they have to abort, what to do, all that. Anti-collision light on, and let's...
Ashgabat ground, Turkmenistan 707, request pushback and start up.
GSX isn't on.
Turkmenistan 717, pushback and start up approved. Pushback and start up approved. Turkmenistan 717.
I think we got an invisible tug.
Ground 5408, parking 23, request clearance to Delta Tango Tango Romeo.
I like how as soon as I ask for pushback, then everyone else starts talking. All the other planes start, chiming in. Kind of weird. Ground services, release the ground power, release the fuel truck. Right there. Okay, so I'm using Pushback Helper. It's a nice little lightweight program that I used to use all the time until GSX came out. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't actually show a tug, and so you just get the invisible thing. But GSX isn't working, so all the visuals are kind of messed up on that. Alright, let's remove our chocks so we don't have a mess. And release the parking brakes. What the? Stop. Okay, why? Parking brakes are off. I don't know what it is. Alright. Here. Left and right packs off. Starting engine 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Turkmenistan Airlines. Please may we have your attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this Boeing 737-800 aircraft. To avoid blocking your exit, please stow hand luggage in the overhead locker or beneath the seat in front of you. If you are seated in the front row or the row next to the overwing exits, please keep these areas clear during takeoff and landing. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flat metal tip into the buckle and tighten by pulling the strap. To unfasten, lift the flap and pull the ends apart. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated. If there is a drop in cabin pressure, oxygen
overturned it.
will deploy from the panel above your head.
Yeah, same with pushback helpers that you have to control the pushback. That's why I like the
Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Pull the elastic
like GSX
down over your
because
head and breathe in.
Guy has a
Adjust
set
the mask by
pushback.
tightening the elastic band. Secure your own mask first before assisting your child, infant, or others. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, please adopt the brace position
Alright.
as shown. Remove high-heeled shoes.
Pushback complete.
and leave
Starting
all your
engine
belongings
1.
behind. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. 2 at the back, 2 at the front, and 4 exits over the wings. To open the over-wing exit, pull the red handle down and leave the aircraft by sliding down the rear of the wing. To open the front and rear exit doors, pull the lever in the direction of the arrow. Escape slides will deploy from the base of all front and rear exit doors. If a slide fails to deploy, pull the handle to inflate the slide. Leave the aircraft by folding your arms across your chest and jump onto the slide in a sitting position. If there is a loss of electrical power, emergency path lighting on the floor will guide you to the exits. Your life vest is under your seat. In the unlikely event that the aircraft should land on water, remove the life vest from its pouch and place the vest over your head. Secure the strap around your waist and
Starter
tighten by
cutout.
pulling the strap. Inflate the life vest at the exit by pulling both red
Continuous
tabs firmly downwards.
ignition, both.
The life vest can also be inflated by blowing
Generators.
into the red tubes on the front of the jacket.
Left and
A
right
light is
packs
provided
on.
for
Probe
attracting
key
attention.
on.
If a life vest is worn by a small child,
Isolation
pull
valve
one
auto.
tab only to
APU
inflate
bleed
the vest.
off.
When
APU
leaving the
off.
aircraft during an emergency landing on water, use the front and over-wing exits only. Do not use the rear exits. Smoking is not permitted anywhere on this
Alright.
aircraft. Passengers are advised
We
that
got our
smoke
flaps.
detectors are installed in all the
1,
toilets.
2.
The use of electronic
5.
devices containing transmitters and receivers is not permitted, as they may interfere with the aircraft systems. If your device is in flight mode, please activate
Light
it now.
controls, free
then switch
and
it off
full
before
movement.
All other electronic equipment must be
So I
switched
check
off
your
when the
rudders.
fasten seatbelt sign is lit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now preparing for takeoff. Please ensure that your
Recall
tray table
button
is stowed,
pressed and
your seatbelt is
pressed and
securely
checked.
fastened, your seat back is in the upright position with the armrest down.
Ground equipment
and your
removed.
rear
After start
blind is
checklist,
open.
generators on, probe
All
heat on,
safety
anti-ice
information
off,
is shown on
isolation
the
valve
safety
auto,
information card
engine
or
start
visible
switches,
signal.
engine start
Thank
switches
you for your
continuous.
attention,
Recall
and
checked,
we wish
auto
you a
brake
pleasant flight
RTO,
with Turkmenistan
flight controls
Airlines.
checked, ground equipment clear. Let's get our taxi.
Turkmenistan 717, request taxi. Turkmenistan 717, taxi to holding point, runway 11 left, via Alpha. Taxi to holding point, runway 11 left, via Alpha. Turkmenistan 717.
Alright, here we go. Get the show on the road. 907 nautical miles today. Point to point. Obviously, that's not including slight deviations with waypoints, with routing, and obviously the arrival. What do we got? Sim brief telling us. Airtime 2 hours 40 minutes.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is secured for takeoff.
Thanks.
I'll get the crew seated and secured as soon as you give us the word.
You can take your seats now. We're almost ready.
No problem. All stations. Takeoff, please.
Alright, so we got Astana. Let's see, what do we got? Got some different controls. Centers. Over. Where are we in? We'd be in. Not sure which one we are. All the same guy, though. He's covering a bunch of VATSIM right now. Hey, sup for you. But he's over basically Russia Center or whatever, covers everything flight level 243 and above, or 245 and above. So once we get up to our cruise, we'll give them a call and say, hey. Yep, got a haircut. The son got a haircut too. He looked kind of strange because he had like a good mullet going. Yeah, looks like Heathrow's actually got some coverage today, and Frankfurt is always lit up right now. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to this a little bit more because, you know, once we get done with this world tour or something. I kind of just chickened out today. I knew that there was going to be some good flying on VATSIM in Europe and possibly in Asia. I didn't want to jump in the... I kind of don't want to jump in the Shanghai one because they do have an event going. I think you need to book a slot. And none of the slots really interested me, like the flights that were in those slots, because they're doing real ops, which is kind of cool. I mean, I'm not against it at all, but it just didn't fit my time. It's too hard. It's not that hard. You just have to take it, you know, you have to, first thing you gotta do is you gotta learn to fly. They'll learn the basics. So now there's a couple ways I mean, I basically, when I got X-Plane, I pretty quickly just jumped into like flying the Boeing 737. That was like the plane I learned how to fly on, basically. But there's so many planes in Microsoft Flight Simulator by comparison, and flying like VFR, flying low level, flying in the Cessna and stuff is actually really fun because, you know, the scenery is so beautiful. So, you know, there's some nice tutorials that come with the sim. Yeah, Cessna's easy. Well, I mean, it should be. I mean, compared systems-wise, not as difficult. That's what I mean. You'll fly that around for a while, and then when you want to get in the airliner, decide which airliner you want to get into. I mean, right now, you probably, I would say, get the fly-by-wire. Get fly-by-wire. The great thing is that the I don't know which version of the game you got, if you got the Super Deluxe, Premium, whatever, or if you just got like the basic. But for sure you have the Airbus A320, which is probably going to be the most versatile plane you're going to want to fly. Because most people, the Airbus has a range of, 6 hours? How many times are you going to fly over that, right? So that's a good plane to start with. But get the fly-by-wire mod for it. I have a link. I don't think I have a link in this video, but if you watch one where I'm flying it, there's a link. It's flybywire.com, I think. And get the A32NX. Again, it's very easy to install with their installer. And then watch my videos. There's tons. I mean, there's just tons of videos showing how to start it up, how to set up the FMS, all that stuff. And that's the great thing now, is that you don't even have to buy, you don't even have to spend any money buying planes to get a good plane anymore.
Taxi to gate 2, Flight Alpha, Turkmenistan 106.
And understand, it's like it took me, coming from X-Plane and this plane, the Boeing, going to the Airbus, it took me a while to figure it out, and I had to trial and error and watch videos. I got frustrated. There were times where I was like, I went back to X-Plane for a while just because I couldn't figure out how to fly any of these planes. Because I only knew how to play this one. I learned this one, and, and switching planes, I mean, you have to understand, it's like these, real life pilots, it's 2-3 months when they switch planes, at least, to learn it and check out on it. Now, granted, that's real life, but it's not a just pick it up and fly, I see every streamers, you got all these streamers getting, paid by INI builds to hawk the A300. And it's like, even if I wanted to, I couldn't do that because I don't know how to fly the A300. It's going to take me a few, you know, at least 2 or 3 flights before I feel comfortable even streaming it, much less, you know, singing its praises for money. I guess if they came to me and said, hey, fly it and look silly doing it, and we'll pay you, okay, fine. Did I set the trim? I thought I did. Oh yeah, I did. It looked like it moved. Alright, so we should be pretty close to ready. Landing lights on, strobe on, TCAS on. Alright, before takeoff checklist, flaps 5, green light, stabilizer trim 5.9 units, checklist complete. We are ready for departure.
Ashgabat Tower, Turkmenistan 717, runway 11 left, ready for departure.
Turkmenistan 717, line up runway 11 left.
Line up runway 11 left, Turkmenistan 717.
Yep, just stick with it. You know, like I said, pick one plane you want to learn. Don't try to fly everything, especially if you're doing the airliners. Pick one, figure out how to fly that one, you know, and then, you know, figure out how to be able to fly from point A to point B, and then figure out how to do it better, and figure out how to do it more realistic, and all the little things, and eventually you'll get it. All right, take off. Thrust set. Yeah, well, like I said, the A320, it's free. Again, get the fly-by-wire mod for it because it actually adds a whole new plane to your game. The stock A320, I don't even know what that plane's like. I haven't flown it in 2.5 years probably since fly-by-wire came out. And everyone who's flying the A320, that's going to show you how to do stuff. They're flying the fly-by-wire, and it's free, so you don't have to spend anything extra. That's the great thing about it. Gear up.
Turkmenistan 717, contact Aşgabat Rudder 118.7.
118.7, Turkmenistan 717.
Oh no.
Ashgabat radar, Turkmenistan 717.
Just taking off.
Romeo November Delta, departure at 2,100, climbing flight level 210.
Yeah, you were only probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes late. I mean, I was just taxiing, so yeah, you were probably half an hour late, because it usually takes me about a half hour to get to pushback and start taxiing. Well, I started at 7, 1300 Zulu. I don't know what that is for you local, but so I try to put in universal time and you can kind of figure out from there. Or YouTube just tells you when you're subscribed, which is nice. Flap 0. Autopilot A engaged. So I want to get out and take kind of a look back at Aşgabat. There we go. We kind of came in at Aşgabat during the day, didn't we? Or maybe evening. So it's, well, you're probably 6, so it's probably what, 1, 2, 3 and after. That explains why it's so busy right now. Yeah, it's like right in the middle of the afternoon, and why it picks up, which is why like VATSIM picks up usually after my morning flying time because probably by the time I finish my stream, that's when it's starting to become evening. Everyone's starting to come home from work, jumping on VATSIM. That explains it. I never put it together because universal time is basically England, Greenwich, England. Greenwich is in London, isn't it? All right, climbing to flight level 210. So if universal time is 6 hours ahead of me, so I'm at 7:53. It's 1:53 p.m. right now. If you're in England, if you're a little bit over in Germany, probably 2, almost 3 o'clock now. But yeah, that's why it picks up. Oh, the airport is. Oh, that's the radar. Okay, I don't recognize that. Yep, from Germany. There you go. Yeah. I almost did a flight. So I was planning, part of me was planning on going, hey, why don't I fly? We'll jump on VATSIM. We'll kind of skirt over these. Now, nothing was really online. That's the kind of the problem is that right when I start streaming, there's a little bit going on in Europe, and then as I'm streaming, things start to really pick up because that's when people start coming home from work. But I was kind of like, well, maybe I'll do one of the requested flights I have sitting in the hopper, which is any flight into or out of Saarbrücken. So it's still available. I'll still probably do it. And I don't know if I'm going to save that. Maybe I'll save that, finish up the world tour, and then start doing those. Part of me really wanted to kind of wanted to do it today, and then I was like, I don't know. I want to kind of deal with hopping in and out of VATSIM space. Because even now, it's like I'm on VATSIM right now, but I don't know if I really want to be on VATSIM. Because then I have to deal with Anatoly Zilkin. We'll say hi to him though. He's doing Asia Center right now. We're in Ashgabat Center. I wonder if I have to, every time we switch centers, if I have to call him and say, blah, blah, blah. Or if he'll hand me off to himself. Kind of funny. Here, I'm gonna switch this. I need to figure out how to get COM 2. I need to figure out how to make VATSIM go on COM 2. Alright. Yep, we'll be here. I don't think... I don't know if I'm going to use any time acceleration, so you'll probably have about 2 hours before landing. And if I happen to be done, then always watch and replay. Thanks for stopping by. I need to set up my cameras so I don't have to go into the drone camera to look at these views. I mean, these are good views, but there are some other ways you can skip through the cameras. Beautiful. One thing that always happens to me when I do VATSIM, I am on VATSIM right now, I have to call the center eventually.
118.1. 118.1, Turkmenistan 717.
But whenever I'm on VATSIM, I always end up flying. It's always nighttime wherever I am. I always fly live time. It always seems to be night, so it's always, you're always trying to see. You're really relying on ATC for that.
Turkmenistan 717, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 260.
Sometimes I have to say, hey, you know, it's okay when you're on VATSIM to switch the time of day. You don't have to fly live weather or live time. I mean, I'm not flying live time right now. Why does it matter?
Turkmenistan 178, in vacated contact ground, 128.7. When vacated, contact ground 121.7, Turkmenistan 178. Turkmenistan 717, continue climb flight level 350.
Continue climb flight level 350, Turkmenistan 717.
See if I can do this. There we go. Cool. So I'm going to put VATSIM on this radio, and then I guess they'll have, because what happens is FS HUD ATC always uses your COM1. So if I set, and VATSIM uses COM1 also, unless you switch it to COM2. And I was trying to figure out how to do that, because I'll set my VATSIM in here, and then FS HUD ATC will take over and automatically put in the radio for if we switch centers, and then I lose my VATSIM, and so then I have to put it in again. So I'm going to put it in over here. We'll put in the, that's the Unicom, and then the center that we're under right now, we're going to be under soon, 13285. 132 what? 85. Continue our climb to flight level 350. Ashgabat Center, Turkmenistan 717, crossing flight level 270, climbing flight level 350.
Turkmenistan 717 at the center, Continue climb throttle 350 and set squawk 4400.
6640. Turkmenistan 717.
Turkmenistan 717, squawk 4400.
Sorry, 4400. Turkmenistan 717.
That's right.
There we go. I didn't see how loud that was for you guys. Let me know if that was way too loud, the Vatsim. And if it wasn't, then if it sounded good levels, let me know. We're gonna see how he simulates this, because right now we're in Ashgabat Center, which we also are on. If we're listening on our FSHUD ATC, we're also on Ashgabat Center. Different frequencies though, which is interesting. I'm wondering, I'm wondering if the real Ashgabat Center is 118.1, and then he's whatever 132.85 is probably some other center, because he's this one guy is covering like just a huge area, basically almost all of Central Asia right here. And you can do that because, just give him something to do, give him a little practice. I wonder, like, what do you do when you just center one of these areas? Especially because it says covers above flight level 240, so is he going to have us come all the way down? I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I tend to try to operate in places when I'm on VATSIM. I like to be where there's full coverage, or mostly full coverage, so I know how it operates, because I understand the concept of a center, and then approach, and then tower, and then ground, right?
Авиацентр еще раз. B738, гейт номер 5, Алмата. Разрешите выталкивание запуск.
Авиацентр 1005, выталкивание. Разрешаем носом на юго-восток. Запуск по готовности.
Выталкивание и запуск разрешили. Носом на юго-восток. Запуск по готовности. Узбек 1005.
Узбек 1005. И ветер здесь поменялся. 170 газ. А рассчитывайте для взлета ВПП-05 право.
MTF Alpha unit. Alpha 01 unit.
Браво.
Hey, let me know if that VATSIM is if that
Приняли, изменим. Схема выхода и клап 1 Браво. Полоса 05 правая.
Hey MTF. What does that stand for? MTF Alpha 01 unit. What is that? What does that mean? I like it. Trademarked it too. Nice. Yeah, so we got so on COM 2 right over there, 13285. We're talking. We can hear Anatoly Zilkin. He's Ashgabat Center right now. Well, he's actually basically Russia Center is what they call it. Asia Center, covering a whole bunch of area where we're flying above flight level 245, which we are, 24,500 feet. And that's the kind of there's one aspect of VATSIM. Well, I guess that happens in real life. Controllers do speak the local language, which sometimes runs into issues. I mean, you definitely should not be I mean, it's highly advised. It's much more the way they want it to be done is for everyone to speak English. Now, obviously, VATSIM you can't. VATSIM is more of a hobby thing, right, versus real life. But the reason you want all of your ATC speaking English is so that all pilots can understand and have a visual map of what's going on around them. Because I have no idea what those, you know, the controller and that other pilot we're talking about now. I'm looking at my map and there's no one near us, so we don't have to worry about it. But if we were coming in to land in an airport, I think this happened in Mexico City, where there was a plane coming in. I can't remember what airline it was, but it was a non-Spanish speaking crew. So this was a crew from Germany or America or wherever, where they don't speak Spanish. They don't know Spanish. So they're talking to the ATC, Mexico City Tower, in English. Going back and forth in English, getting their clearance to land. And I think they got cleared to land. Then Tower told another plane, I believe, now this was a Mexican airline, I think it was like Avianca or Aeromexico, something like that. Well, these pilots, they speak Spanish, so the pilots spoke to ATC Spanish, ATC spoke to them Spanish, and they went back and forth and got clearance to take off on the same runway. And so they move into position, line up on the runway, while the other plane is coming in to land. Now, the other plane, since they don't know Spanish, doesn't pick up on the fact that, oh, wait, you just gave clearance to someone else to go on our runway, we need to go around, or what's going on? They didn't have that they didn't have that awareness. And it was night, so they couldn't even see very well. There might have been visibility issues. And because the ATC and that plane on the ground spoke to each other in Spanish,
I hope you're enjoying the
they
flight
left
so far.
other planes completely out of the loop, people
currently
who don't
flying
speak
at an
Spanish.
altitude of 35,000 feet. We're expecting to arrive on time as planned.
Now,
Progress
luckily,
is going very well.
another plane on the
You'll hear from me
ground,
again once we're about to start
pilots
our
who spoke
descent.
Spanish, but also realized,
you.
wait a second, you know, you just told another plane to come land on that same runway. They called out and said, hey, you know, abort. I think they even told them to abort and go around, and there was a little bit of confusion, but everyone was safe. They got, you know, the other plane, saw the other plane on the runway, then went around. But that was a situation where if everyone was speaking English, which is, again, the preferred, the best way to go about it, the best practice for air traffic control, everyone's on the same page. And I know that sounds a little, you know, oh, English-centric, oh, American, no one else wants to learn other languages. It's like, well, again, English is at this point has become the international language. It used to be Latin. You know, someday it might be Mandarin Chinese. You know, we don't, you know, who knows? There's always an international language. It always has been. Like for, you know, many years, French was, you know, it went from Latin, and then it moved into French, and then it moved into English. You know, French was, I mean, everyone spoke French in the European courts, right? You go back to like the War of 1812. You know, everyone was speaking French. Yep, English is the international language. That's why that's why I spent 8 years in China teaching English, because the Chinese kids. Because their parents wanted them to learn English because they knew English was important. Now, the Chinese Communist Party has shut that down, kind of, and they're teaching. They only want their students learning English in their public schools. So now and so parents are now forced to go online to try to get their kids ahead, because parents know that, hey, you want the best jobs, you're going to need to learn English. Just the way it is. And yeah, there are a lot of ignorant people. I don't know if ignorant is. I think it's stupid. Ignorant means you literally just don't know. We sometimes use ignorant too much. It actually just means there are people who are just willfully stupid. Or we say willfully ignorant. No, you can't be willfully ignorant. You're either ignorant or you're just, you know, uninformed. You refuse to be informed. Ignorant is you just don't know. So you can be ignorant of a language, but there's a lot of people in America who who think that's like, oh, I don't need to learn a different language, you know, because everyone else should learn English. And it's like, yeah. Well, I mean, not that everyone else should learn English. I mean, everyone else is learning English. And so it does make it very easy for people who natively speak English to be lazy and not bother. But yeah, sometimes it's a good thing to learn another language. And it always blows my mind because I always had to step back, and you know, especially when I'm over now back in America, I always think back and realize how sometimes I was a jerk, you know, or even like my wife speaks, you know, she's from China. Her native language is Mandarin. And she speaks English almost all the time here. So she has learned a second language, and she knows, you know, she knows English way better than I know Chinese, than I know Mandarin. Your phone is 9%. No! I know how that is. And up until very recently, alright, I'll see you later. I was going to say, up until very recently, if my phone was down 9%, I was screwed. Because I couldn't even charge, I was having such a hard time charging it. You guys can't probably see it, but you know how that is. That USB-C, can't really see in there. But I'd be plugging in, and I thought for the longest time it was just worn out. The connector was worn out. And so first thing I did was I bought a new cable. Now, I didn't spend a bunch on this, and it was kind of like one of those multi-cables, so I was like, oh, this would be kind of cool to have laying around the house that way. That way, if someone needs a charger. You know, if someone needs a charger, we have it, you know, for the USB or for the USB-C or for the Lightning or whatever it is for Apple now. But that didn't work. You plug it in and you breathe near the phone, it would disconnect, it would stop charging. It wasn't plugged in. And you just couldn't do anything. And finally I said, okay, what is the issue here? And I looked it up. I was like, why am I having these connectivity issues with my phone? Why can't I get my plug to stay in? And people are like, you know, there's hundreds of videos, I guess, probably. And it's like, oh yeah, you need to clean that out. You need to clean that out. Also clean your cable out, you know, see how much, but the cables usually aren't as dirty. Because what happens is you're constantly putting this in your, if you don't have like a thing that covers this hole, which I don't, I think I did at one point I had on an older case on a different phone. But if you don't have a, you know, something covering that, well, dust and dirt and lint and all that stuff's getting in there. And then when you shove the cable in, it packs it up. And after, you know, if you don't clean it every few months, I've had this phone for now probably 2 years at least. It just packs up this nice, dense thing of lint and dirt, and it's so compacted that you can't just blow in there with compressed air or with your mouth or something like you did with the cartridges for video games or whatever. This stuff is packed in there. You need to go in there with a toothpick and scoop that out. And so I went in there and I did that, and at first I did it, I tried, it still didn't work. I'm like, oh great, it's actually just worn out. I kept going, and I was looking at it, I'm like, is that packed in lint, or is that actually the phone? It gets to the point where you can't tell what the phone is and versus the dirt and lint. It's crazy. But I got it, and now I can confidently plug in my charger and charge my phone. And I found my turbo, like the turbo charger again, and so that's nice. I'm like, because yeah, it got to the point where Yeah, especially when I'm at work, because you know I have downtime while I'm waiting, or we don't have anything to. You know, we're not moving any trailers at the moment, so I'm watching YouTube, and that burns through your battery so quick, and then so then I plug in my charger in my truck. But the problem is, like, any movement at all, you brush the cord.
Asia Center to airport 3001 on loader, inbound loader, flight level 370 in your zone.
You get close to it, and it's going to disconnect, and it's like you couldn't get anything charged. Plus, the turbocharging wasn't working.
Identified. Maintenance at 370. Maintenance 370, airport 3001.
So, yep, there's that. So yeah, clean out your. That's your little PSA. Clean out your charging port every once in a while. I don't know. Make it a habit. Do it every like month or every week or something. If you're. I guess I was pulling stuff out. It didn't seem like a lot was coming out. I was hoping for like. It's kind of like those nasty videos, those ads you see. Those nasty videos you see every once in a while of the tool to clean out your ears. You just see them digging out all that earwax. I'm like, oh, it's satisfying and nasty at the same time. And I was kind of hoping with that. And I guess it was a lot of stuff. It's just like the scale is so small, so. You know, that little bit of lint came out, and that's what was causing it. It's like you just couldn't get it in all the way. You couldn't get it in where it would get that connector hooks would get in, because you literally had, a micrometer of junk just make it so you couldn't get that, couldn't get it all the way in. Not a lot to see out here. As we fly over, we are now in Turkmenistan Center, which is, I would assume, mostly over Turkmenistan. No, we're just over. I think it's still in Turkmenistan. Actually, yeah, I would guess. Just another center in Turkmenistan. Alright, so we got a little time. I figure a few things I want to do. I'm trying to think of like some things to do on these, during the flights. Not just doing stuff off screen and, preparing for other streams. I've almost got everything prepared for the rest of my world tour streams here. Now I'm going to start having to figure out what I need to prepare for future flights. But what I like to do, I used to do this all the time on the stream, was actually do my do a few of my language lessons on stream. No. I hit the wrong button there. Oh no. I have this button on my touch portal, which is kind of like a stream deck, and I set it up that it opens all the programs I need to open for doing a flight simulator stream. I accidentally hit it, so it's trying to open up every program again. Luckily I don't have it. Luckily it didn't really lose its mind and freak out. Most programs are like, you already have this open, you can't open it again. Okay. There you go. Wait, why is my camera so overexposed today? Alright, so what I want to do Alright, so this is Duolingo. You might have heard of it. I wish you could have this like dark mode. But I am... do some more Chinese today, I think. More Mandarin. I mean, I do have all these other ones. Too many different ones. Let's do a little bit of this, then maybe we'll look at something else. Maybe start doing some Wordle. I've never really gotten into Wordle, but I should probably start doing it. Good brain work. Right.
读。我喜欢准时的人。我喜欢准时的人。我喜欢准时的人。我喜欢准时的人。最准时。
Oh, that's true.
我喜欢准时的人。的人。
I like people who are punctual. Okay, so 准时, because that 时 right there is like something to do with time. So 准时 are punctual. Okay, so I like people who are punctual people. Okay. Like, what the heck? I haven't learned that yet. That's a new one. It's like the correct character for guy.
堵刚盖。
因为堵车，我不能上班。
Автопинт контроль, аэрофлот 785, звание 680.
Аэрофлот 785, авиацентр. Добрый вечер. Утвойте код ответчика 4404. Следующий шумопись у нас.
Схлоп 4404, следуем эшелон 370.
Airport 1111. Aviation Center, good evening.
因为堵车，我不能上班。
Yep, haircut. Got the haircut. Hey, keep interrupting me, man. I think I should just disconnect from VATSIM. It's just Russian. Really just Russian center right now. Here, I'll show you. It's all just this Asia center above flight level 245. So mostly it's like talking to this guy and this guy probably. Not really worth it.
因为堵车，我不能上班。因为堵车，我不能上班。多。因为堵车，我不能上班。上班。
Because I don't have a... Because I can't drive? Well, this is I can't go to work. Because something with a car. Oh, Ducha is a traffic jam. Oh, that's right, traffic jam. Doing alright. Done a couple VATSIM flights, so I'm feeling more confident jumping on VATSIM. I kind of chickened out this morning. I was thinking of maybe going and jumping in on like there's a bunch going on around. I mean, Shanghai has an event, but going into Shanghai, I was probably going to fly out of Hangzhou because Hangzhou, I think they're just getting prepared, practicing because they have an event tomorrow. Shanghai, I think you need to have a slot or something. I didn't want to get involved in that. But I was thinking, like, maybe I'll fly out of Hangzhou. There was some full coverage in, like, it looked like Chubu and Tokyo in Japan. So I was like, oh, we could do a flight there. But then I kind of chickened out. I was like, I don't know if... I haven't really tested out the Hangzhou airport that I got. The free finally makes it usable. I don't know how usable it is. So I didn't want that to be the first time I jumped in on it on the stream, on VATSIM, dealing with Chinese controllers. So I'm gonna try to do I want to try to do maybe get on VATSIM on stream, flying somewhere in the U.S. at some point. Do that a few times, and then work into. I think I'm just gonna disconnect from VATSIM just because we have this center here. Not really adding anything to this flight. Unless you guys like it, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Airport 3001. So change climb for 380.
Oh look, someone actually speaking English.
Say again, Airport 3001.
Airport 3001, climb for 380. You should.
It has. I've done it before. I've done it before. It usually it stresses me out. Because I streamed. There was like a week where I streamed. I did an event. It was the city pair between Frankfurt and London, and so I'm going to disconnect from. I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM. It's just. I mean, it actually is pretty. I mean, in reality, there's nothing. I mean, that it actually does add something because it's more realistic to have some going on. But I actually have my audio set up weird, and so it's really loud, and I can't control it because it's coming out of my monitor. Because I wanted to have two separate points for VATSIM when I'm actually like trying to listen to VATSIM. But right now, I'm not really listening to it because none of it pertains to me. So we'll disconnect from that. I didn't advertise like we were on VATSIM anyway. It's not like, oh, VATSIM. I mean, there's literally where I'm flying right now. He's talking because he's controlling like almost all of Central Asia. He's talking to people because there's a lot of coverage up in Russia right now. So he's way up there. I'm on the southern end of where he is, and so I'm hearing all this radio traffic from 1,000 miles away. That's what I'm hearing right now. So I'm just gonna get off of that. So I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it because I kind of want to do some other stuff here. But yeah, I want to do I did a Frankfurt. So I was taking off from Frankfurt, and it was an event, so it was huge. I mean, Frankfurt right now, there's no event going on, and there's a bazillion people flying in and out of it. So there was that, and whoever was the ground control, yeah, I think it was ground control. He was, has the German accent, a little bit of a German accent, so there's that. But he's also got 100 people he's trying to get out, right? And every time he would come over, he'd be like, blah, 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 blah. He'd be going so fast, you couldn't catch anything he was saying. And unless you've been doing VATSIM, unless you've been doing this a while, it's really hard. And the thing was, I wasn't the only one. There were a lot of people that were like, and it sounded like some of these guys, they knew what they were doing. It was just like, he was going way too fast. And then you'd ask for clarification, and he would speed up. He would say it even faster. And it's like, dude, you need to just slow down. Because I'm not catching this one part. I'm hearing like 3/4 of what you're saying, but this one part, you keep just over. And that's the part that I need to know because you're freaking out on the radio. I'm going the wrong place because you keep saying it and not saying it clearly. So that was a little stressful, doing it on stream. Once we got in the air, though, it was fine. Coming into Heathrow was no problem. So that was fun. And then I did a Louisville to like Baltimore. The next day there was like a event in the U.S. That one was pretty good, except there was the controller. At some point, one of the controllers, either I missed it or he didn't hand me off at all. He never handed me off to approach, I think. Yeah, it was approach. He didn't hand me off to approach. So center never handed me off to approach. Now, I don't know. Am I supposed to just hand myself off? I don't know. Eventually, I just switched over to approach because I was like literally 20 miles out. I was literally following the path in, and I was 20 miles out from the runway, and I'm like, am I ever going to get approach here? So I call him to approach, and he's like, oh, I've been looking for you, or, oh, I need you to vector, and so I got vectored all over the place to get back in line, and that was fine. And the guy behind me too had the same issue because he had to get vectored all over, and he had, you know, called in late, and it was like, I think the center was forgetting to, you know, was losing a few planes and wasn't getting us over to approach. But that wasn't too bad. That one worked out. It wasn't like I was missing things. It was just, I think there was just we just got it lost in the shuffle. And then I did one in Russia. Like Russia always has, there's always every once in a while they have, I don't know if this is a regular thing they do, but they have flights between St. Peters, like an event between St. Petersburg and Moscow. So I jumped in on that, had the Russian accent, had all of them speaking Russian to each other all the time, and that one was fun. That wasn't too bad, and ended up, you know, had no issues, which was interesting because, again, the more accent you throw in on top of I know I can turn off the filters on VATSIM for the, you know, the radio static and the degradation, but the more accent you get, a little bit, it's like, So I've done 2 this week. Hopefully I can get do another flight this afternoon, and, you know, in the U.S. and maybe, depending on the time, what it looks like, maybe I could stream that on Twitch. Getting a little bit more confident, figuring out my setup, how I can get it. What I really need to do is I need to just get some headphones, and I don't know where to maybe plug them into I wonder if I can plug my headphones into my monitor, because I like to, what I'm doing right now is I have my speakers, and everything, music, game, everything's coming from the speakers. The problem is that then it's hard to balance them. Whereas I have VATSIM coming out of my monitor, so it's just loud all the time. But I can't control the volume at all. I can't turn it down when I don't want to hear it. So, and it's still a little bit hard to hear. Maybe if I have it on the headsets blasting right in my ears. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. All right, let's do some more Chinese here, which is kind of hard to hear because everything else is almost at the same volume.
高。
他大概不会来。他大概不会来。
So hard to hear on this. Lovely audio issue. I think I've got it. I think I've got it kind of figured out. Yep, that's what I've been doing. So what I have, I have an OBS. Yep. What I have in OBS is I have everything. I basically have everything down 7 decibels as their max. That way my microphone comes through louder, so I'm not getting drowned out. Everything's down 7. Then I was finding, well, wait a second, but the problem is that doesn't control how I hear it on my speakers. You're right. And so then what I want, so then now I have the panel open, the volume mixer, and I kind of adjust them. Oh yeah, FS-HUD's way too loud. So the max is always going to be, so this is the level for you guys. Are always going to hear it, or this is the max. It's always going to be 7 below my mic. And then I can adjust it, fine tune it with the Windows volume mixer. You're right, exactly. That's what I might do here. I might turn down. So FS. Well, that's what I was, because what I was doing is on my. I wonder if I could. I'm not going to try to do it. I could probably do it. Let me see. Let's do a display cap. Can I do it? Visuals are always good. Display capture. This one. Alright, here you go. Let's get meta. Whoa. Alright, so here's literally what I see on my OBS screen, on my screen over here. You can see the chat. There you are. So I have all my audio for all the different programs, all the different sources, right? I've got them all turned on. And what I was doing is I was watching the levels. I was like, oh, self-loading cargo, that's getting too high. So I would turn it down. Well, I can't hear that though. I can't hear it turned down for you guys. because it still sounds the same level for me, and which sounds fine or sometimes sounds too loud. And so I turn it down for you guys, but I can't tell what it sounds like for you still, because for me it's still at the same levels compared to each other. And so then it was just getting all a mess, and I got it all confused. The only problem is that I have one thing when I do those safety briefs that I can only control through here. If I want to be able to hear it, monitor it myself, which I don't really need to do. But I do like to hear them. But I guess I could turn that off and just have it. I don't know. Anyway, behind the scenes there. So now, yeah, I have the. There you go. Now I pull this up and I can turn this guy down a little bit. Maybe we'll do that for a while here. We'll turn everything down to like 70 right now. What else do I need? I wonder if I just turn down OBS, what does that do? Turn down something like cargo a little bit. Toilet flushing isn't blowing out everything. There we go. Let's see if that's better.
他大概不会来。
There we go. I think I can hear my Chinese a little bit better now. Where is that? There it is.
他大概不会来。他大概不会来。大概，他大概不会来。不会来。
So he... Big what? Can't come. Probably won't come. Dog guy. That's crazy. So, I mean, that's what's crazy sometimes with languages. So, like, da means big. I don't know what guy means, like separately, but da, like, if it was just da here, that's big. You know, bu hui lai means can't come, won't come, can't come, won't come. Bu hui, won't come. But da, but then you put da guy, now it's probably. Very interesting.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. How are things? All good?
Everything
How
is
are
absolutely
things?
fine, yes. Thanks for asking.
You guys can't see that anyway. I got the other screen up. Alright, let's see.
读下记盖刚
没有人喜欢堵车。
No one likes traffic jams. So Mayo Ren is no one. Ren is people. Mayo is no. You know, don't have. So no people like. Ducha. Ch is car. Do is Ducha is traffic jam. Very good.
盖刚
Yeah.
下
Ow.
哦
Ow. Oh.
请准时到。
Please. So Ching is please, please. Arrive on time. Oh no. Wait, anyway, because that was that one we had earlier.
因为
Traffic, where are you?
堵车我们
Oh, we didn't have this one.
迟到了
他刚吃饭了。
他大概会准时到。他堵车，大概，他大概会准时到，会，他大概会准时到，准时，到。
Probably arrive on time.
他大概不会来，因为堵车，所以我们迟到了。
Lucas Center.
132.2, Turkmenistan 717. Nucleus Center, Turkmenistan 717. Inbound
traffic.
flight level 350.
Turkmenistan 717.
That actually means so.
Flight level 350.
But
Maintain flight level
you almost have to say it. Yeah, because of the traffic, so we will be late. Or we are late. We are late. Maintain flight level 350. Okay.
他们
Gong.
刚
Gong. So gong is like just, I think. Taman gong.
旁边 走
Really? That doesn't make sense. So zo is literally left, like your left hand, like go left. I find it hard to believe that's kind of weird that that'd be the same like in English. Like left to leave, the past tense of leave, left is the same as left, like your left hand. That's why I didn't think it was zo, because it doesn't make sense. I'm a little questioning that, but it could be. Could be, but that's kind of weird. Because that's where usually you see differences in language, because they'll actually have a different word for that. Like whereas in English, yeah, we have left, your left hand, turn left is also the past tense of leave. You know, red. You know, the past tense of read is red. Like in Chinese, red, the color is hong. To read is I forget what it is, but it's not hong. I forget what it is now. I can't remember. I can remember book, but I can't remember read. But the past tense, you know, it's not the same. The past tense of read in Chinese is not. It's not hong. It's not. You know, I hong a book. You know, I hung a hung book, or you know, or I read a red book. You know, it's not like that. But I guess left is. I mean, that's weird. Interesting. All right, so ta. Again, just is gong. So ta is he. That ta right there. He ate, or he just ate. Ch. Oh, that's kind of. Oh, ch. He just ate. This is ch, and then fan is rice. And la makes it past tense, because that's just eat. Past tense. Okay. Kind of weird, because ch fan could be. I don't know. What's it? Perfect lesson. Did we get a perfect lesson? I thought we got one wrong. Oh, alright. I think we did enough.
The countdown has begun. Blast into 2024 with our end.
Be quiet. What are you doing? Don't give me ads. I know, 60% off. I'm not. Alrighty. How are those sound levels? Can you guys hear the plane? It's way too quiet now. Oh, I could have just turned down the internet. Alright, we got an hour and 5 minutes left. How are you doing, Maddie Farr? Steak salad in here. We gotta get you guys chatting a little bit. Have any rivals? I was looking at my charts. Oh, okay. Just don't have any arrivals or anything set yet. Hear it fine, good. I know I like to have it louder. I watch some people's streams and it's like I can't hear the plane at all. Whether their music is just way too loud or they just have the plane so low that it's like it almost sounds like it's just them talking and then visuals. It's like, well, you need to have some sound. Especially, I mean, I like to have some game sound. I get it that you don't want it overpowering. I think it's fine right now. I'm always trying to figure out like little things we can do on these longer, like a flight, you know, other than just looking out the window, or me just blabbing about whatever. But like sometimes doing like little, you know, I know Boozy Sheep does Wordle. I don't really do Wordle. I'm trying to find like free stuff to do too, because I know there's you can. I think I purchased one before and it just never worked out. Let's see. You know what? I just want to try Wordle. I'm not really good at Wordle. I don't do it a lot, so.
Turkmenistan 717, radar contact. Maintain flight level 350.
Maintain flight level 350. Turkmenistan 717.
Alright, here, let's turn it on. So how to play? I think I know how to play. Guess the Wordle in 6 tries. Each guess must be a valid 5-letter word. Other tiles will show. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna log in right now. Who was I watching? I was watching someone. He does like a ton of Wordles at the same time, and he has like there's like 2 really good. If you just put in, he puts in like 2 words right away. They have like, and they must have like the 10 most common letters or something. You know, that's what you got to figure out. You got to figure out the best words to. I don't know. I'm not very good at this, but I mean that's. Oh, I'm gonna enter. Okay. Okay, so we don't want to use those. Oh, that's cool. I actually block out those. Could use them again, but it's not. I just want to you almost just want to figure out the letters too.
Shimkot Center, Uzbek 601, heavy, inbound Oscar Golf Oscar Line, India, at flight level 330.
Adieu.
Uzbek 601, heavy, radar contact,
doesn't really help us.
level 330.
Well, it would have. I mean, we would have still knocked out those, but we got the M out of
Maintain
it.
flight level 330, Uzbek 601, heavy.
This work? Okay, so we have 2 vowels. I mean, we only have 1 vowel, or maybe a U. Okay. That didn't help us at all. I'm not very good at this. I'll tell you that much. I kind of want to see if there's a C or an H in there. It's like we use. And trying to think of like 5-letter words. Hey, Bonairs. Come on, help me out with this. Help me out with the Wordle, guys. You. That could be house. Wish I knew where. I wish we had one of these green at least. I can't think of. Why can't I think of 5-letter words? Right here, let's just do this. We already have that worst. Okay, so we know where they are. Oh, we have a T. Okay. Okay, so we have an R in the middle. We have a T and a. And no U. So we only have E. E is our only vowel. So I'm gonna guess the E is gonna be there. So yeah. Be that. hurt. I was trying to think, because, oh no, yeah, the R's there, we have an E, you're probably going to have an E there, I would guess. Oh, no. Not necessarily.
Radar contact. Maintain flight level 410.
Maintain flight level 410. AMD 162, heavy.
Luckily, Wordle's not. Is it time? Is there a time? Do they time Wordle? Yeah, it's not gonna be an ST ending. What are other endings that come after? I literally can't think of anything right now. Almost don't want to have those in there because it's just. There's an R. I'm guessing the E's got to be here or here. I mean, Brett? No, that's not a word. I waste it. That's not a word even, so I'm not gonna get anything. Can't be Chris. That's the name. I like worst. I like it. Ryan, you gotta help me out, man. You gotta help me out. What is an ER word? Oh, man. Trying to think of a word. Helps when you got a few more people in chat, doesn't it? What? No. I was gonna say quest, but no, we don't have a U. And we don't have an S.
Uzbek 601, heavy contact Mucus Sintra.
What is a word with an R in the middle of it?
132.2, Uzbek 601, heavy.
I can't even think of a word to like test out because like I think there's only like one word you could possibly put in at this point. Turns. Okay, so the E isn't there. It's gotta be. Oh, you know, could be at the end too. Okay, so we got a T, an R right there. So T. Oh, okay, THR E. It's gotta be a TH, right? It's gotta be a TH. What else could it be? A T. Am I forgetting how vowels work? There could be two. How about that? There could be two E's, right? Yeah, there it is. Oh. Well, we did in 5. There you go. I should log in. All right, let's play today's spelling bee. I like it. I like this. Subscribe. How many words can you make with 7 letters? Oh, I've done this. This is. How many words? Do they need a certain number, or it can just be any? Okay, so con. Oh, too short. How long is it gotta be? It didn't say that. Chrono. Not in word list. Great. Orca. There we go. Horn. Ran. Okay, I thought it was gonna be easy, but it's not. Car, but they're too short. You can't do 3-letter words. Okay. No. I keep thinking of 3-letter words though. What? Zach? Yeah, it's a 3-letter word, and it's gotta be. It's probably not. We can do it. Ryzen. This R being in the middle kind of confuses me, and I feel like I have to put it in there. Zone. This doesn't. Oh my goodness. Do a hint. Let's just do it. That doesn't help. The center letter is in bold. What does that mean? Yeah, I don't know what that even was telling me. Rain. Duh. Let's get the obvious ones. Thanks, Mr. Toot. Rain, thank you. We do cane. Rain, pain, cane. More. Roan. Roar. Oh, can I? Oh, I can use the center. I can use word. I could use letters twice. Again. I can use letters twice. Let's remember that. Okay. That helps a little, I guess. Wait. Can I do? I want to delete. Noon. Oh, okay. You need to have the center letter in. Okay. Roar. There we go. Already found. Oh, we did that, right? Rhino. Oh, there's a good one. Not in the word list. What? It's gotta be longer words. This isn't for the weak. This isn't for the. I need an R too. Coroner. Corona. 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 Right? This is why you gotta be brave to do it on stream, I think. Everyone's watching and going, come on. Crazy. Darn.
AMD 162 heavy. Contact Mucus Center 132.2.
132.2.
Oh, 5 words.
AMD 162
Yes.
heavy.
Rich. No H. That's the problem. No H on that one. We got no H. Got no H. Well, it took me a while to realize we could do two we could do two of the same letter. I say this about almost every. I don't know. I think this is my favorite kind of landscape. Kind of this, you know, the dry, the arid kind of dry-looking farmland. Desert gets a little boring, where it's just sand. I don't know. I don't want that page. I don't want that page. I want this one. Well, can I just write it out? Narc? There we go. Oh, that one. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on. Really? I find a nice big long word. Man, 6, 5. How many? Was it supposed to be like 7? No, you have 7 letters. Find as many words as you can. Oh, man. I almost want to just. Is there a way to like end it? I just want to see. I just want to see all the words that you can make and just like punch myself in the head. Like, really? I see. Is my spelling? Oh no, I didn't log in. Oh, can I just wanna. Words. 40 words. CZBI. Oh, those are giving me the 2 letters, then they were giving me like hints. I see. I'm so tired. Yeah, here, it's actually giving you hints over here. See that? Like, oh, it's like right there. See? Like acorn. I don't feel good about getting these though with the hints, you know? Oh, now I'm thinking of all of it, like when you spell that. There you go. Variant. Oh, there's one. You didn't think of that one. Czar, right? You have to subscribe. No, we're not going to subscribe. What else we got? Alright, we got a few more minutes here. I want to do one more.
2097, descend 3000, PMH 1031.
Wordle. Did we already change?
3000,
Let's do connections. Oh, I saw him do. I saw this one. This one's kind of fun, I think. Yeah, this one's fun. This one's fun. What do we got there? Argentina, U.S. Are you from Argentina, Bonairs? We'll have to get over to Argentina again. Definitely. All right. So orca, skunk, zebra. Okay, look at that. Take a look at that. So panda, bear, skunk, and zebra. Those. Okay. Because we got 6 animals. All right, tourist. Right, and the thing is, because sometimes it can be like the first part of a word, like a suffix or a prefix kind of a word. Tourist, brains, wind, no, okay, I'll pull those up. Man, when other people are playing, I'm so good at this. I can like say, oh yeah, there it is. Boop, 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 boop. These are hard. String, bass, bass. Oh, wait. Okay, I think we've got a sand trap, a tourist trap, a speed trap, and a air trap. What? Yes, okay. I was gonna say, don't. There's nothing else could be. How about zebra, panda, skunk, and orca? Are all mammals. Black and white mammals. Okay, I didn't even think about black and white. But yeah, they're all black and white mammals. Okay. Dove. Let's see, zebra. Zebra. Wind and straw. Wind and string. I'm trying to think of what these things have in common. Groups of 4. Like the animals, I knew there had to be something animal going on there. And I basically went with these because these are all mammals, because an orca's a whale. But they're black and white animals. Wind. Oh, one away. Oh no, I only got so many mistakes I can make. No. It's hard when you got the camera on you. It's hard when you got the camera on you, because I think if I was in chat right now, I'm probably mashing on my keyboard like it's this. And I just can't think of it. Pass, wing, dovetail, saw. What happened? Main game. I know I'm giving up too fast. I don't know. Let's see. Can you tell us next time? Chain series. Ring. What? What? Chain series. Chain sequence. Oh, a sequence like a like a hype train or a string. Oh, I see. It's a sequence of things, right? It's a bunch of things in a row, right? Then heteronyms. What are heteronyms? Base. Oh, heteronyms are where you have it's a word, but you can say it at least two different ways, like a bass guitar, bass like a fish, dove like a bird, dove like you dive, passed as a dive. Desert, like a desert, and a dessert, like you're deserting the stream, you're leaving, you're running away because, no way. Wind and wind, I would guess, right? Oh, I have to wait for it to know. They're fun, actually. Okay, one more, let's see what this is. Match elements and keep your chain going. I don't even know how to. Oh, am I supposed to just be matching? This isn't very interactive for you guys. Wait. What am I supposed to be matching? I'm gonna match like. Wait. Oh. But I thought it was like the whole square. That's what I'm confused about. Oh, how many things you can match? I don't know really what I'm doing. Wait. Oh, I see. You're trying to. I don't think I'm getting it still, but I think. Okay, so like here I'm going to try and match these two things. Okay, and then I want to match from here. I get like this blue wavy thing. And then look at this turtle. I think we want green, right? Look at the stripes. And we'll get this little thing. And then we'll get this. And you got to actually plan this out because you're going to end up running out. Oh, we're just gonna play with it here. Where's the shark? There's a shark, and it'll match anything that matches on there. Okay, I see. You could really screw yourself, or you could really do some good damage. The t-shirt, the umbrella. The beach ball. is like hard on the eyes. It's almost just figuring out how to play the game to begin with. Oops. So there, I just backed myself in the corner there. So my log just. So you're trying to make as long a combo too. So now it's gonna be no match. Oh no. Oh, it lets
Hello.
you.
Hi, Captain. I was wondering if you'd like anything to eat. Anything from the menu, or maybe a snack.
Yes, I'll have a snack, please.
Uh-oh, I think I ran. Oh no, I'm looking for this one, but I could do a different one. I don't have to do that. I can do a little blue. But there is none of that. Oh no. This. Yeah, there we go. Here. Okay, we want to avoid this one, because this one's going to be the last one. This one's going to kill us. Oh, actually it won't. You can go here. Look at that. Except this blue dot. Oh, there it is. I keep saying it, and I think if you clear one, you get a free then. You just go to whatever. There's another free one. We'll go here because we've got a lot of options. Probably want to take your time while you're doing this sometimes. Going for it. You need like this raindrop, and I don't think I can get a raindrop anymore. Oh, I can. There it is. No, that's not. Here we go. I got too many raindrops. Too many of them. I can do this. There you go.
Hello.
Hi, Captain.
Here.
Your food is ready in the storage area, so feel free to collect it whenever you're free.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Get to a certain point. Hey. 49. I'm gonna have to like log in and keep my stats. Alright, let's put that away for now. Let's see what we're doing. Look out the window on one side and miss all these mountains over here. Let's see, what are we flying over? This is Egertold. We're actually flying. I keep thinking we're flying southwest, but we're actually flying northeast.
Descend flight level 140,
Snow over there. It's always interesting, like the kind of just the split between. Also, like they kind of got these weird little, I don't know if those are irrigation ditches or what, between this kind of wasteland and then the farms. Yeah. Okay, so this way we're looking south, and the other way's north. Okay, so south is kind of got this mountain range, which is probably one of the. Not really the border. I think it's like, is that the border between? It might be the border between Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. Okay, okie dokie. Coming up on our top of descent. don't really have anything planned for our arrival. Looking like we're planning on runway 23 right for the weather. See what we can find for arrivals. Could do like an ECLAT. What's some tips up? You can show me that. Something like that, because then you can get the final approach. None of this matters because they're going to give us something completely different. Oh, really doesn't matter because it's completely opposite side of the airport. We do kind of want to go into the VOR probably. We'll probably get this one. Probably this one will be likely what we'll get. Makes sense. And then from there get Zulu. It's kind of weird. Why is it doing it like that? Alright, I'm going to take a quick potty break here before we get our descent and try to figure out where we're going. Hey, you made it back. Awesome. Sup for you is back. Just in time. Well, not just in time, still got it. I didn't use any time acceleration, and I started a descent actually pretty soon. This will clear down to like 20,000, let's say. Let the VNAV do its thing. But not really clear where we're going. guess we'll just start putting in. We'll put in a arrival and then we'll adjust if needed. Arrival. ILS. And tips. Why doesn't it have the transition or the star? That doesn't make sense to me. Tips 2 kilo. Oh, yeah. Not available for the runway.
Descent flight level 140. Descent flight level 140, 911.
No, just a localizer. No arrival. Oh, okay. There's no arrival available for that runway. That's weird. We can just do that. Tips. Oh, okay. That's why it doesn't let us have it. Is there no arrival for this runway? Plan page. See what nonsense this holds for us.
Turkmenistan 717, contact Almaty Center 132.4.
132.4, Turkmenistan 717.
Seems as good as any arrival.
717, inbound pumping at flight level 350. Turkmenistan 717, radar contact, maintain flight level 350. Maintain flight level 350, Turkmenistan 717.
Oh, I love it. I love it when you get like a speck of dust or... It's not an eyelash. I can tell it's not an eyelash because, man, those hurt. It's like that speck of dust that just lands right in the right spot in your eye. Alright, we get the graphics card working, misty, wispy clouds.
Runway 23 left. Report when ready for descent. Expect like 2 Mike, arrival, ILS, Yankee, approach, runway 23 left, report when ready for descent, Turkmenistan 717.
Okay, 23 left. And there you go, Lake, 2 Mike. And we just go to final. this in so we can figure out what we need to get rid of. Lake Mike, Lake 2 Mike. Oh, now it's on my other eye. Alice Yankee. Ugh. 2-3 left. Where are ya? There you are. Oh, okay. Yeah, it works. We still kind of go. Kind of a weird one. Go the other side of the airport, then cross over the airport, then come back. Okay. Get there, Lake'll. We need to be 315 knots at Lake'll. I've never seen that. That's interesting. Okay. I wonder if that's like ground speed. Is that ground speed? Okay, so let's take a look at the charts here. We are ready for descent.
Turkmenistan 717, ready for descent. Turkmenistan 717, descend flight level 190. Descend flight level 190, Turkmenistan 717.
I don't even have a top descent anymore, it looks like. Yeah, no descent even to Lake'll. So we'll see what hopefully the plane goes down. Yeah, VNAV's like, why do you want to descend? I want to. Transition level 102. Alright, so it's already begun our descent. We can't request to descend because I already hit the button. I think it's waiting because it doesn't need to descend yet. Max speed of 315 knots as well. No descent path after Alpha Tango Alpha, where there is a hold. We need to go into the hold? Like built in almost. Do we descend in the hole? Okay, let's try to, I'm trying to figure this out here. So here's Lake'll to Mike. So at Lake'll, we need to be at 315 knots max, flight level 190. Then at the Almaty VOR, we need to be at 250 knots, flight level 190 or above. That's what the plus is, I would guess. There, let me key what that plus means. I guess that means above. No, I don't know why it didn't say it there. Then slash like above flight level 120. I don't know if that's saying I have to hold down to that or if I descend to that. If I get cleared and then I guess if I get cleared 12,000 and then all these restrictions as you can see. Well, Alpha 224, 250 knots above 9,500, 7,800. And down to 230 at 223, and 6,600 feet, 6,600. Then into Legla, still max speed of 230, 5,200 feet. Oh, okay, it says it right there. Lake'll to Mike, flight level 190, descend in holding to flight level 120. Interesting. I'm wondering if it's because, I wonder why that is. Probably because you can't get from, they want you at flight level 190 here because of the elevation maybe? And then you're not going to have enough time to get down to 12,000, so you're going to need to go into hold. So just come over flight level 190. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hold at. See that's the difference though. It's got that hold at. It should be like 120. Get down there. All right, descend in holding 2. So we're doing that. Of course, the other ones you just go straight in. We got this little holding thing in. Okay, that explains it. Now let's look over at the approach. Localizer 108.1, final approach course 231. Sugum 4,200 feet is where we're going to capture the glide slope. Let's turn darts off, jump into our course here, 231. I was just watching to see if the throttle is going to come down and start descending. It looks like it is. There it is. All right, course 231. Radio panel. Want the 108.1. BOR is 116.4 for Almaty. 108.1. 116.4. Airport elevation is 2,238 feet. Okay. Got that set. And the minimums.
1967, climb flight level 1900.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. As you've probably noticed, we've started our descent. Depending on the destination air traffic, we should be landing in around 20 minutes. In the meantime, I will be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival.
We have limited IFR runway visual range, so that's RVR. So I've never seen that before, so we're actually going to have to look at that. Visibility is 1.4 kilometers. We're going to be doing Cat 3.
For now, though, I will wish you a very good afternoon
20,000 foot ceiling, broken clouds, scatter clouds of 10,000. 1029 for the pressure, 4 knot winds at 180 degrees. So runway visual range. LIFR is low IFR. So that might, I mean, technically we probably might have to go around and go to an alternate in reality. Now we're not going to do that. We'll just let it auto land if it needs to. But that is what would happen in this situation. So we got the RVR, I think is these right here. I think that's how much you have to be able to see, like down the runway. How much of the runway you can see. And you can see we have very little visual right now. We're going to do Cat 3. I'm not sure why you don't have any minimums. I guess you don't have any minimums with Cat 3. Yeah, probably not. We are Cat 3 enabled, so our... Ooh, spin it over water. As we're descending here, I'm going to kind of look into that because I've never done the runway visual, that stuff before. Because I've never had limited IFR. I've had IFR conditions, but not limited IFR like this. I want to see how to do it mostly correctly. We're still gonna land. We'll let it do it auto land if it needs to, just because I don't have time to go to our alternate. I don't know, what is our alternate? Just for curiosity, alternate is, we don't have an alternate. Do we not have an alternate? That's crazy. Oh no, we do, right there. Uniform Alpha India Tango in Turkestan, or Turkestan, Kazakhstan, the city of Turkestan. Interesting. I mean, Again, if I had the time, it'd be kind of cool to do a diversion. I've done one diversion on this whole world tour. That was literally because the plane was all messed up. Okay, so I wanted to look at the airport. There's the airport. You see we have these two runways really close to each other too. I don't know if that's just because they're really long and so they're zoomed out. Yeah, they're 14,000 feet. So we got a lot of runway. And we're going to exit on the right, probably at Charlie. Possibly at, yeah, probably Charlie. I want to see parking. With parking, we're probably going to go 6, 5, or 4. I can actually set that right now. I need to get GSX going again. I think GSX should work at this airport, right? Interesting how the gate's over there. What gate is that? Just a random gate? Well, let's get in here and land. We'll worry about that later. Our exact gate we're going to take. Restarting GSX now. Okay, max speed 315. We're well under that for here at Lakel. Yeah, I got nothing on the radar that I can see. What's the MEDAR again? We got limited IFR. The visibility at runway 23 left is more than 2,000 meters and decreasing. That's interesting. So runway left, the left runway, our visibility down the runway is decreasing, whereas the right runway, which is what, maybe 100 feet over, is 2,000 meters and increasing. Very interesting.
1967, descend and maintain flight level 110. Descend and maintain flight level 110, 1967.
So we do have, so the weather is mist, -5 degrees, dew point -6 degrees, relative humidity 93%, wind chill -11 degrees. So we're going to use the, we're definitely going to be putting on the anti-ice. Probably start doing that right now since we're going through clouds. Where's the anti-ice? Landing en route. Doing
Cabin
2-3
crew, prepare
left.
the cabin for landing.
Runway condition is, I mean, sounds like wet ice. I'm going to say wet ice because it's freezing. You got mist, you're going to have ice. Auto brakes, we really don't need that much on the auto brakes. We'll do auto brakes too. Reversers, we have them if we need them. Landing flaps, we'll go 30. Okay, none of those. Anti-ice on. Report weather. You can see we have plenty of runway. Quite a bit of it actually. BREF 153. Is it? Oh, 153. I can't do math. I always come in there and I go, oh, why is it 149? That's not close to 3 at all. I think we're right over right now. Or right over Almaty. Right over the city right now.
Turkmenistan 717, cleared Lake 2 Mike, arrival. Cleared Lake 2 Mike, arrival, Turkmenistan 717. Almaty Center 6244, at flight level 210, descending flight level 1-0. 6244, radar contact, proceed direct local, continue descent, flight level 190. Proceed direct Lima Alpha Kilo Echo Lima, continue descent, flight level 190, 6244. Turkmenistan 717, continue descent 9,500, QNH 1029. Continue descent 9,500, Turkmenistan 717. Turkmenistan 717, proceed direct Golf Echo Kilo Tango India, then and filed. Proceed direct Golf Echo Kilo Tango India, Turkmenistan 717.
Hello,
Captain. The cabin is secure for landing.
Thanks a lot.
If you let me know when you're ready to land, I'll make sure the rest of the crew are seated and ready.
You can take your seats now. We're almost ready.
No problem.
On 424, continue descent, flight level 110.
Whew. Alright, glad for that hold. Glad for this hold here. Now, it doesn't really... kind of gives us a... I can't even tell where I am right now. You can see how bad the visibility is. Because we're right in the broken cloud layer, right between, and then there's another one at 10,000. It's just kind of a mess here. Alright, so glad we had that glad we had the hold so that I could take care of a code ground situation. Well, avoid a code ground situation. Oh, look at those. Oh, wow, look at that right there. Snow kind of misting off those mountains. Whew. Good. Alright. So we're in the hold. We're descending to 12,000 feet according to the chart. Then we are direct out to Gekti, I guess. Or we'll just follow it. We might just follow the path. We'll see. We have to figure out how do I kill the hold. I think I just go up here and do that once we're down 12,000. We'll probably do one more round on the hold because I didn't start descending when we got here because I had to run to the toilet. We're at 250 knots, max speed. We'll stay at 2. Probably want to start. Could shave off some speed in here too. Beautiful day. I mean, this is just awesome. I mean, there's sometimes we get like no weather. It just seems like we have no weather. And then there are times when we get some really cool weather like this. This is just a very interesting kind of... we got a little bit of a storm going on there, looks like. It's like kind of in this like misty, maybe storm kind of thing. It's like we're not really getting rain though. It's just kind of a mist. Something going on right there off to the... I mean, that is just off the right. I mean, that's why the visibility is getting worse for runway, the left runway right now. It's probably, I wonder if this weather's kind of moving off to the southeast here, because it's getting better supposedly for runway right, or for the right runway on our approach.
6244, cleared, make 2 Mike, arrival. Cleared, make 2 Mike, arrival, 6244. Turkmenistan 717, cleared ILS, Yankee approach at 4,200, runway 23 left, report established on localizer. Cleared ILS, Yankee approach at 4,200, runway 23 left, report established on localizer. Turkmenistan 717. Turkmenistan 717, continue descent 7,800, QNH 1029. Continue descent 7,800, Turkmenistan 717. Turkmenistan 717, established on localizer.
No, not established on
Almaty
localizer.
Center, 2250, 62 Golf, departure at 8,300, climbing
That's always the
9,000.
drawback of the AI, because the AI is like, oh, well, you're kind of close to where the localizer is. So
Turkmenistan 717, contact Almaty Tower, 119.4.
now they're like, oh, contact tower. Oh, you're cleared to land.
119.4, Turkmenistan 717. 2250,
We
radar
are
contact.
very much still in the hole of
Almaty
that.
Tower, Turkmenistan 717, on final, 23 left.
Whoa.
Turkmenistan 717, wind 155
My wife keeps saying that no descent. I love that decel, it just keeps moving.
Cleared to land, 23 left, Turkmenistan 717.
I think it's still confused because we're on this hold and it's getting close. It's like, what are you doing? Well, if you must know, we're descending. Oh, the speed brake. Actually, we don't need that. We already cleared us the land. We're not even close.
Line up runway 23 right, 4854.
Well, while we're in this hold, let's do the descent checklist. Landing altitude. We have it in there, 2,250. Airport's like 200. What is the airport? 2,246 or something like that. Or 400. Just under that. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. 2. Landing data. VREF. Why are we unable 250 knots? We're well below 250. Calm down. Just calm down. Alright, VREF. Flaps 30. 149 plus 5, 154. Minimums. No minimums. We're going Cat 3. Approach briefing completed. Altimeter is 1029 standard right now. Transition at 12,000 once we get out of this hold, which we should be able to do right here on this next turn. We'll let it get through here, and then we'll direct to Alpha 224. Sure, there's Curious Girls go in here and do stuff. Or this is maybe setting up a hold to our best speed. Got another plane over there. I don't heard one coming out on approach, so hopefully he's not. We're not going to run into each other. Okay, I can just exit hold that way. Well, we'll do that once we get back to this spot. We'll exit. That doesn't try to turn too early. Exit armed, so it should be exiting. It says hold. We got cleared to 7,800 now. Actually, we're cleared, I think, all the way down. What we need, but we're at 7,800 to start. Oh, it just says 7,800. They cleared us to land, but they didn't clear us below 7,800. Which we're going to need before that. Okay, max speed is 250 until we get to Alpha 223. We're already at 230. We'll keep going down. Again, that's max speed. You don't need to be at it. FSHOT ATC doesn't give any speed, what they want you to go for speed, so kind of just pick a little bit different. Flying real life or VATSIM, you get the, they'll be like, hey, maintain 250 knots until here, or get down 210 please, or whatever it is. Alright, so it's taking us, I just want to keep an eye on this, it's taking us to Alpha Tango Alpha right now, should then go to Alpha 224. If it starts kind of going into that turn again, we'll like, shuffle those over. still above that next layer of clouds and visibility issues.
Wind 175 degrees at 4 knots. Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. Runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. 4054.
Perfect. All right. So next waypoint, 98 above 9,800 feet, 9,800 feet. That's why the triangle isn't moving. There it goes. Let the VNAV do its thing. Thought I saw another plane kind of coming in over here, but it disappeared. Again, I'm not sure what the plan would be with this one. Again, I don't have anything on radar to reference. But this could be a situation, probably a situation where you'd be getting redirected to either to hold, just stay in that hold pattern, because the hold pattern where you have decent weather, wait for the airport to clear up, or divert.
Hold position.
Why are we not?
Hold position 6934.
Well, as we make our descent here, we go to our local pressure 1029. It's not helping us there. Taking a look at the next flight that I have scheduled. That the fallback, the most likely flight that will happen. Let me see how long the flight is too, because that could determine if I fly tomorrow or not. A really short one. I don't know if I want to do that. Only 26 minutes tomorrow. So, yeah, we could possibly tomorrow we might have a very short flight and then maybe do something else, maybe do some VFR or something. I'm going to have to plan for that. Or maybe we'll do something on VATSIM and try to find a place to fly. Or one of the viewer requested flights that's a little longer. I'm going to have to kind of figure out what I want to do. Because we have a 26-minute flight and then the next one after that's 4 hours. So we can't really get both of those in. So I'm gonna have to plan something. Maybe do the world tour flight and just have a short morning, or maybe do a little bit of what events in the UK tonight? After the UK, I was on VATS. I've been on VATS in the last 2 nights, flying in the US, and yeah, I almost jumped in on. I almost went over. Try to fly in Frankfurt or somewhere in Germany this morning, or possibly even over in I was tempted to go over by over here in Asia, because there's quite a bit of Shanghai's got an event going on, and there was a lot of coverage earlier in Japan. Now that the coverage has shifted to Korea, so there's something in Thailand as well. Pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see how the evening looks. I don't know what event's going on. I don't see any. I'm looking at VATSIM events. I don't see any VATSIM events for the UK or anything at night. Yeah, I don't see anything. Or at least not my night. Really not descending quick enough here. After all that, we're gonna miss our approach here. I feel like. Where are you seeing that? Tomorrow? No. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of these events on VATSIM. Yeah, they're just not on the VATSIM overall event. I'm seeing it. Bunch going on. Like, it's almost, I just gotta, when you say morning, do you mean like now or this evening for me, like for my time, or this evening is now for you? Ugh, a little high. I think we'll be okay. See, we need to get that speed down though. That speed down. Brakes aren't gonna cut it. Or extending some flaps. All very good until we forgot to do the interceptors, whatever. I don't want to go around. Where are we capturing at? 4,200 feet. Ugh. Well, yeah, like VATSIM, if for UK people, I gotta do VATSIM right now in the morning, which, yeah, maybe could do that tomorrow. Plan on something. I don't know how much activity there's going to be tomorrow. Well, I suppose most people will have off because you have New Year's, right? So most people have off from work. Yeah, that's when I start my streams usually, isn't it? I usually start at 1300 UK time. Alright, I'll look into that. I'll see. Kind of want to fly like out of Manchester or something. But I know when I look, sometimes Manchester's got a lot of coverage, and then I don't think they had a lot of coverage today, though. I like doing VATSIM when there's like full coverage because then the handoffs make sense. Alright. Landing gear coming down. B-speed, or VRAF 154. Flaps 25.
6244, going around.
Going around, 6244.
I'll have to look at that. You could do that.
2500.
Maybe. See what that one looks like for time. That's what, like maybe an hour flight in and out. Depends on which airport it's going to be like hopping. Is Gatwick going to be the one that's going to have coverage, or is it? Tomorrow morning's what, the 31st? So well, I'll get some stuff set up for that. Just and yeah, we plan on doing that. We might be able to do that. At least one leg. We'll at least be able to go to Manchester to London. What is it doing? Why aren't you capturing the glide zone? Oh, I didn't hit approach. Ah! Oh! Son of a... I didn't hit the approach button, so we missed it. Okay, now we gotta go around. Yay!
Turkmenistan 717 going around. Turkmenistan 717, fly heading 230, contact Almaty approach 124.8. Fly heading 230, 124.8, Turkmenistan 717.
Distracting myself here.
56244. Almaty approach, Turkmenistan 717 at 4,000, climbing 7,800.
Turkmenistan 717, radar contact, fly heading 230, climb and maintain 5,200, QNH 102 manor.
Fly heading 230, climb and maintain 5,200, Turkmenistan 717.
Turkmenistan 717, expect ILS, linking, approach, 123 left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's... I think you gotta figure out which one.
Approach, runway 23 left, Turkmenistan 717.
Turkmenistan 717, turn left heading 215.
Left heading 215, Turkmenistan 717.
Alright, climb on track 231. Do 5,200 feet. Alright, we're gonna try to do this right.
Turkmenistan 717, turn right heading 050.
Right heading 050, Turkmenistan 717.
We can't really go to the left too much.
Left heading 0-06244.
Alright, after passing 4,200 radar vectoring and right.
Maintain 4,200.
Maintain 4,200, Turkmenistan 717.
6244, turn left heading 070.
Left heading 070, 6244.
Okay. Yeah, I know it was busy the other day. I saw Manchester, so I made sure to... Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be cool if we can do that. Definitely up for that. We'll make that a plan. Okay, so we're doing... we're gonna do the same ILS again. Obviously we need to get vectored. We're using reserve fuel. They want us to turn right to 50. We'll listen to ATC a little bit here and we'll see if they fly us into the mountain. Always the risk. Now when you say tonight, do you mean your tonight? Because we're going to be doing stuff right now. But my tonight, I probably will. We'll see. I'll probably do something my tonight, which will be your kind of morning. No, you'll be sleeping. 0 UK time. What would that be? That'd be 6 p.m. Yeah, I'd probably do. That's probably when I VATSIM, or I'll be VATSIMing around then. Maybe a little earlier. But I might. Yeah, I'll probably stream it to make sure I can stream and do VATSIM at the same time before we try to do it tomorrow morning. I can't be 100% sure. Probably be closer to what, 2,200 to start. But I don't know. I mean, it'll be around that time in the evening, because I'm 6 hours behind you. So your midnight would be my 6 p.m. So depending, I mean, I could start as early as 4, which would be 2,200. But I think last night I did VATSIM and I started at around midnight, 1 o'clock UK time was when I did VATSIM last night. So Alright, so they got us going, vectoring over to Gekki, or Gekti. I'm gonna go just put Lekla in. Not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. Let's start over. It's a too early turn, you know?
6244, turn left heading 260, cleared visual approach at 3,100, runway 23 left, report runway in sight.
Left heading 260, cleared visual approach at 3,100,
yep.
runway 23
I'll try to,
report runway
well, again, I can't, no guarantees tonight, because my streaming time is usually in the morning here, your evening, or your afternoon right now. But I've been able to hop on and do a little VATSIM the last couple nights, so we'll see how it looks. Our plan is we're going to the museum this afternoon. My wife works tonight, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see. I mean, I might be able to, might not be able to. But yeah. Keep an eye out. I'll post something on Discord when I'm closer to it. Whether it'll be a possibility or not. Because I'll have to watch my son, because my wife's going to work, and so we'll see. I would love to. I would love to be on do VATSIM tonight. But tomorrow morning, which will be, 1300 tomorrow for you. We'll try to do Manchester. I'll try to do Manchester to London. That'd be great. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I'll set that one up. That one we will be doing. We will tomorrow morning. Basically what? 21 hours from now, or 20 and a half hours from now, will be us. We'll do that. So for sure, but might be on in 12 hours too. Or 6 or 7 hours from now, might stream again. But for sure, in 20 hours we'll be streaming again. All right, let's go to the LNAV here. Get over to Gekti and then turn in. VNAV, we can turn the VNAV on. If you want the speed intervention, because I want to stay at 230. Actually, I want to get my speed down a lot lower. We're not chasing the speed. Do we have the landing lights on? We do.
Turkmenistan 717, turn right heading 065.
Into the checklist. Sasha, I like I said, I would love to fly VATSIM tonight again. I've been flying VATSIM the last couple of nights, but my wife works tonight, and when my wife works, I have to kind of take care of my son, and so it might not be possible. Might be possible, so there's no guarantee tonight, but keep an eye out. And I would think we're probably gonna, if I do tonight, it'd probably be somewhere in the U.S. So I'll see what looks good and we'll put it up. Like I said, there's no guarantees because again, it gets busy around here, and VATSIM's just a double thing on top of streaming. Trying to stream and VATSIM and try to take care of it. It's hard enough. I did VATSIM last night and was able to hop in and out and here, but well, don't worry. Yeah, I'm not against doing it. It's just if I'm able to do it is the question. Why?
Turkmenistan 717, turn right heading 175,
5200, Sugan, we captured at 42.
Report established on localizer.
I think it'll probably be between 10 p.m. and midnight would be when I start, somewhere in there.
Turkmenistan 717. Almaty approach, Uzbek 765, late Juliet, arrival at 8,900.
Uzbek 765, turn left heading 080, continue descent 6,900, QNH 102 Nana, clear IRS, linking, approach at 3,200, runway 05 left, report established on localizer.
left heading 080, continue descent 6,900, clear ILS Yankee, approach at 4,200, runway 05 left, report established on localizer, Uzbek 765.
Alright, now make sure we hit the approach button. Yeah, Sasha will be, it'll be about 2200, so 10 o'clock. Between 10 and midnight probably, or after midnight, slightly. But I would say earliest would be 10 o'clock. Because we're going to be going to the museum. I'd be surprised if we get home before that time. But we might, and like I said, I might start the stream. I have to kind of feel it out because I don't want to be in the middle of trying to do VATSIM and then my wife's leaving and we're trying to eat dinner and stuff.
Uzbek 765, established on localizer.
Oh yeah? Oh great.
Uzbek 765, continue approach.
Continue approach, Uzbek 765.
Okay, we're on approach. Landing gear down.
Turkmenistan 717, continue approach.
Continue approach, Turkmenistan 717.
It should be okay. I should be better in the morning because in the morning there's less distractions around. So I can really just focus on VATSIM. Like I was doing VATSIM last night, Louisville to Atlanta, and my son, every once in a while my son would start banging on his drums, or he'd flop, the door would fly open, or whatever, and it's like, I can't listen to both.
Uzbek 765.
I need to be a little bit more professional then, sounds like.
Turkmenistan 717, contact Almaty Tower.
But sometimes people say things and you're kind of like, okay, I wasn't, like yesterday I think Atlanta approach, they wanted me to go down to speed, but I wasn't catching it because I wasn't hearing them say speed. You know, because I think they wanted me, after I was thinking about it a while, I was like, oh, I think they want me to reduce speed to 210. But I was missing, I wasn't hearing it, and every time you repeated it, I wasn't hearing that instruction. Because I wasn't, it's like the one instruction that, it's like you gotta kind of, if you're not expecting an instruction, you don't hear it, right? You're not, your ear isn't open for that instruction, you're like, and so you hear 210, and you're like, well, what does that mean? Well, what is the 210? But, like I said, I feel like the last 2 nights of flights were pretty good. Hearing things, responding to my call sign, like, oh yeah, here it is. Well, again, it's trying to, like, what are they trying to let you know? Anticipating. And that's what it's getting used to.
Turkmenistan 717, wind 325 degrees at 6 knots, clear to land 23 left.
1,000. Cleared to land 23 left, Turkmenistan 717.
I'm probably going to do auto land here because we have no visual. No, our flaps 30 here.
Uzbek 765, go around.
Going around, Uzbek 765.
Keep forcing people to go around. We have it this time. We're on the slope. 154. We're on the reserve fuel.
500.
Frame rates are going down because we got this just heavy.
400.
Manufacturing continuous.
300.
Oh yeah, yesterday I had all my frequencies written down. I had everything written down and like organized before I even started talking. That way I knew like, okay, here's where I write it. Here's the next frequency they're gonna probably give me because that's what the frequency is.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Turkmenistan 717, when vacated contact ground 121.7.
When vacated contact ground 121.7, Turkmenistan 717.
This is going here.
Almaty Tower 9154, runway 05 right, ready for departure.
9154, hold position.
Hold position 9154.
Exit at Charlie, like I said. Delta coming up. Well, okay, that's going where I didn't expect it to go that way. Here's Charlie.
Line up runway 05 right.
Line up runway 05 right, 7633.
Like the windsock is in the taxiway.
Cabin crew, disarm the doors, please.
Yes, no? I can just drive on the other runway? What are we doing here?
Almaty Tower, 5347, runway 05 right, ready for departure.
7623, wind 155 degrees, at 4 knots, runway 05 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 05 right, cleared for takeoff, 7633.
05 right? Did the winds change? We came in going the wrong way?
Hold position,
That's why we have to keep going around.
What the? 5347, line up runway 05 right.
Line up runway 05 right, 5347.
Alright, we're crossing the runway here. Okay, we're going to gate 4.
5347, wind 155 degrees, at 4 knots, runway 05 right, cleared for takeoff.
I've been seeing a lot more of like smaller jets.
Right, cleared for takeoff, 5347.
Okay, this is all the apron area coming up on with the over here. Been seeing a lot more you know, kind of business jets and stuff with the AI ATC I'm using. The injection, pretty cool. We should have exited at Bravo. It would have taken us more direct.
7623, contact Almaty radar 126.8.
I don't know what that 747 is.
126.8, 7633.
Okay. That's weird.
Runway 154, wind 155 degrees, at 4 knots, runway 05 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 05 right, cleared for takeoff, 9154. Almaty Tower, stall in 8630, runway 05 right, ready for departure.
Just park at an apron too. Turn.
Runway 620, hold position.
Hold position, stall in 86.
They're not talking to us or anything good. Alright, let's get to a parking spot. See if we can get unloaded. Check out the flight. It was an auto landing, so it's going to have a good landing rate. And Sasha's got me all nervous for tomorrow now. Manchester's not messing around. Manchester's got to calm down, I think, is what needs to happen. That might just be the difference. I think it seems like there's so much more. When I look at a VAT sim, it seems like Frankfurt, the London airports, and Manchester are always hopping. And it seems like they always have a lot of coverage and they're really serious about it. Whereas the US, it's kind of scattered. Every once in a while, you know, maybe New York, or maybe you get an airport that's got ground and tower at the same time. We already said. It is over there. Don't see the airport. So this is a freeware upgrade for this airport. Adds a few, adds a terminal building, I think. Makes it look good. Love all these planes parked here. A bunch of Aristanas, which will be in next flight. Why is there always a business jet coming towards me? Jazeera, we're going to be in that, coming out of Kyrgyzstan. I think we're taking Jazeera down to Kuwait. What's with all the business jets, dude? Every direction I go here, there's a business jet on the taxiway. I love it. Ground ATC, I mean, the ATC is usually pretty decent. If I think they wanted, if we should have exited at Bravo, but you know, we would have had a better shot at getting to our gate without running into people. I'm gonna say this is gate 4, I think. Got China Southern right there, Aristana. It's actually a really nice, pretty decent port over. Of course, there's no markings. That's a drawback. At least there's a terminal building. Better than a Turkmenistan. Ashgabat, there was nothing. Okay, what? GSX told me that this was the game, right? Where's GSX? Okay, I guess I'm somewhere where there's services. Parking brake on. APU is on. Let's turn off the lights and the engines. Anti-collision light off.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead. Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please. You're loud and clear. 5 over 5. Roger. Okay, Captain. Ground power is available. Stand by. We'll start getting you offloaded in a couple of minutes. Roger.
See if GSX will work here. Request deboarding. I don't know about that gate. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get stairs instead because this gate doesn't look, I don't know what's going on with that. What happens when you port things over from FSX? Almost better if they didn't have the jetway and then you could get Latin VFR's jetways on there or something. Because I've been to just the generic airports and I get better jetways. But yeah, it's nice to have kind of a facsimile, right?
Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure and the jet...
Alright. A better shot. Alright, so we're here. Made it. Kazakhstan. A little bit long stream. Not a big deal, not bad. Check out the flight via Volanta. There it is, pretty straightforward.
Ladies and gentlemen, your portable electronic devices must not be used.
I hate how the messages, if you're outside the plane, suddenly the self-loading cargo messages just blast, full blast. So we started out here, Ashgabat, up through Uzbekistan, into Almaty. You see I got our hold, and then we had our go-around as well. Landing rate, negative 257. So here it says 257. For some reason, flow has a slightly different, says negative 202. Both decent landings. Flight time 2 hours and 37 minutes. Block time just under 3 hours. 1,090 miles when it's all said and done. Added about 90, almost 100 miles to the flight with all the going around and holding. And landing speed 150 knots. So I'm landing at higher speeds, I think. I'm going flap 30. Fuel burn 6,871 kilos. E-force looking good. Again, that was an auto land, so to be expected, I would think. Check out the World Tour map. Everywhere we've been so far on the World Tour. And today, Kazakhstan, right there. The next flight will be flying down to Bishkek, right in here somewhere in Kyrgyzstan. But tomorrow morning, barring some catastrophic issue, we're gonna try to use the VATSIM, fly Manchester to London, I think. It's gonna be the preliminary plan right here. Fallback will be doing the World Tour flight, short World Tour flight, but I think we'll try to take advantage of it being New Year's Eve. Ooh. Yeah, we should still be able to do that. At least get Manchester. We'll see how it works. Manchester to London, then we'll see if we do the return leg, but for sure we'll try to do Manchester to London and then look at the time, because Sundays I do have things to do in the morning, so we'll only have time for, possibly only have time for that one flight. So, I'm gonna say maybe that World Tour flight is the better idea. And yeah, possibly we'll stream tonight. We'll see what that looks like. Again, depends on what everyone else is doing around here. Just cleaning some stuff up. Alright, well, thanks a lot for coming on the flight. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I am streaming on Twitch as well, so if you're a Twitch watcher, give me a follow over there and possibly a subscription. We got a sub goal. And I will see you possibly tonight. Keep an eye out on Discord, or tomorrow morning at the usual time, 1300 Universal Time, 7 a.m. my time, Central Time, for some VATSIM flying. So, see you then. Happy flying. Take care.